I mean, I think it was HBO that ran a film of him literally preparing the days leading up to this death. And he didn't look healthy to me. I mean, functioning better than I would have thought considering the conditions he's supposedly in. But, you know, you just look at he's a mess, the guy. Where's the person that had enough love to say, you know what, stop? All right, Matt, Atlanta, News Talk, WSB, AM and FM. What's up, Matt? How are you? Welcome to the Sean Hannity Show.
Hi, thanks, Sean. I had something else I wanted to say, but you brought up the Michael Jackson thing, and I listened to you yesterday also about Michelle Obama and trying to tell us what we can eat and salt and tobacco and all that. And that combined with what happened to Michael Jackson, you know, you spoke out against how we shouldn't allow the government to tell us what drugs we can take. Well, I think that's true. You know, I think it should go beyond just alcohol and everything. I mean, I abhor drugs. I think they're awful, but wouldn't you agree that it's ridiculous that, you know, this whole system of pharmaceuticals and doctors telling us, you know, what drugs are okay and what are not creates a moral hazard?
You know, don't ask me why. My wife had taped Dr. Oz, had never seen the show before, and they were dealing with chronic pain that people had yesterday or the day, I don't remember. I was watching it late at night.
I saw that one, yeah.
All right, so I'm watching this whole thing. The answer to you, I would not legalize all drugs. I don't want people, look, we can predict with certainty. If you smoke crack cocaine, you know, there are people that smoke crack that are in crack-induced states of violence and psychosis. It's just, and you know what? I don't really care about somebody's right to do crack or to do heroin, or the fact that our kids have to walk the same streets of them. Now, you may argue, and maybe rightly so, well, you can drink alcohol and get just as wasted, and a lot of people die. But the difference is you smoke crack, you're going to be wasted. I can drink a glass of wine, and guess what? I can still get in my car legally and drive, and I'm not intoxicated. I can drink a beer, half a Heineken Hannity, and I can drink a beer, and I can drive, and I'm not a danger to anybody on the road. There are necessary prescriptions. Look, I know people that have had real, serious, significant pain issues in their life, from operations, herniated discs, you name it. I mean, you know, broken legs, broken body parts, bad accidents. You know, these drugs for them are a godsend. But it's the issue of abuse that, you know, comes into question here.
But I think my point is that even if you make all drugs illegal, it doesn't stop. You can't legislate morality, especially on a national level.
You can't, but you know what? And listen to Michael Jackson's voice. Do you think he just needed propanol, whatever you call that drug that they use to knock people out for operations, that is never used to put people to sleep, that has to be administered by a doctor? You know, do you think that?
No, I don't. But the problem is that, to him, he probably thought it was okay because the doctor was giving it to him. The moral hazard of that situation of Michael Jackson is that he no longer his own brain, whether or not it was okay to take those drugs. He trusted the system because the system supposedly was supposed to regulate for him.
Look,
and that's what happened.
I don't put, for example, you know, if you smoke marijuana, you're smoking it to get high. You're not, you know, look, I don't drink alcohol. First of all, I'm not a big drinker. I'm not. I just don't like the taste of alcohol that much. You know, sometimes
you self-regulate yourself, right?
Yeah, but I mean, when I was a bartender, I've given myself amnesty for all dumb things I've done up to the age of 22 when I found Jesus, period. That's it. And if anybody wants to say, well, Hannity, when he was 17 did this, it's probably true, but I'm not going to answer anybody's questions about it. Because it's none of their darn business what I did at 17. I was an idiot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I think this is just another reason why I really support Ron Paul, because he makes sense on this. I mean,
yeah.
I used to think it was crazy.
But, look, I have a lot of friends that are as libertarian as you, disagree with me on drug legalization. I just don't want to walk the streets. I don't want my kids walking the streets with kids with addicts that have access to crack or to methamphetamines.
It's going to happen whether there's a law or not.
Well, it is happening, but the difference is we have the ability to stop it in that sense. At least,
not really. Look how bad we failed in the war.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. We I think we've never fought the war the right way. I think it's it's a national tragedy. All right, but I got to go run. You took all your time on that topic. I got to roll. All right, go ahead. Make your other point. He's getting mad. What is it?
Since the war drug started in '71, we've incarcerated more people per capita in the world And I think that's a really sad thing if you think about it. I mean, we imprison more people in a free society than any other country in the world.
They've tried this in a number of places, Needle Park, Zurich, elsewhere. Even England experimented with legalizing heroin, et cetera. None of those experiments, by my account, have worked well either. The sad thing is that freedom depends on a moral society that makes right choices. And unfortunately, we're encouraging too much of the wrong choices.